Hey, welcome to another session on One-on-One Academy. Today we are talking ladder clear. This is a outstanding clear against any zone ride. It can work against man-to-man, but it is particularly effective in zones. I would highly recommend that you put this in if you're going to see a team that runs like a drop three ride or even a drop back zone 10-man ride. So let's get into the coaching points. First and foremost, you want your players to get to their spots, but you want to make sure that their head is up and turned. I mean, how many times do you see a goalie look and the guy's got his head down going to where he's supposed to go in the clear? Very important to keep their head up and turned. Second, you want to keep your space. It is so tempting for them to cut to the middle and crowd it up, and you don't want that to happen. Keep your spots, let the ball do the work. And then the third thing is be patient and redirect as needed. Redirect as needed. Very important you guys follow that. All right, let's get to the schematic. All right, so here in the schematic, we're going to go over where everyone sort of goes and make sure we get to the right spots. So this is, again, we want to have our heads turned while we're doing this, so it's not just running blindly, but it's got a purpose. So this mini is going to go, he's going to get all the way up here to the end of the face-off wing, and this mini is going to come across the middle and get all the way over to this side. Now, this is the far side. This is where we want to clear up if we can, but again, it's just this is where we go. This D-man's going to come out here and do banana nice and low. This D-man is going to actually take a deep banana right here to get to this spot. The LSM's going to dive right here to get to this spot. And then this D-man's going to come out here and get low. Okay, so this is where we set up. Now let's look at what we do in this action. All right, so now we're set up, and the ball, let's put the ball with the goalie, just for the sake of drawing this out. And what we want to have happen here is we're going to push up one side, redirect it, and then push it up the other side. Because the other team is going to be set up in some sort of drop ride like so. Let's draw them on here. So they'll have an attackman here, an attackman here, an attackman here, and then a midi, LSM, and a midi. So if we have the ball and we swing it out to the one side here like this, so we make this pass here, as that goes, you know, obviously there's two of our guys right here in red, which means the blue is going to have to help cover all that. So for them to do that, what they're going to do here is they're going to have to shift over. So the LSM is going to shift over. This attackman is going to end up shifting over to cover up some lanes, and this midi is going to shift up, right? And then what we want to do is we want to move the ball back across as fast as we can. And, you know, we're going to go here with it like this. And on this ship, now we're attacking this. So then this guy is going to push up, right? The attackman has to guard him. He dumps up to the midi, who then carries over. It's all good. That's a simple way of doing it. Now let's talk about the variation where we're going to bring the next guys up. And we'll talk about that in the next slide here. Hang on one second. All right, so if we're not able to clear the ball quickly like we did in that last scene, or just in general, we should probably do this anyways. It's going to be more efficient against this type of ride. Is what we want to do is we want to bring one of these two D-men on the bottom up to the middle. Generally speaking, I think it's easiest to do it on the non-box side. So what we're going to do is have this guy come up to here, and he'll be there in the middle. And then this goalie leaks out this way, and this defender leaks out this way. So the way it's going to look here is you have the D-man here, goalie here, and the D here. And let's erase where they were so you can see that. And we'll do that. So this is going to make it harder for the riding team to guard everyone. And you can see that here kind of through this process. Okay, so now the goalie's got the ball. And again, you know, there's a situation here where the blue riding team is going to have to shift over, right? So we have to shift over to cover the goalie. We shift back to cover this guy. This midi's covered here. LSM has to shift over to cover that guy. And the attackman naturally is going to shift over to help there like that. So then if we make one pass, you know, from the goalie to this defender here, and then we immediately turn and make the pass there, it is likely to be open, and that is a simple clear. So that's how this works. It's a simple ladder, but it works really well against any sort of zone ride, including a 10-man, which has the same kind of general setup and problems that are being faced with here. And you know, naturally, if you're up here at the restraining box, you should shoot it if they don't put any pressure on you. So that's ladder clear. Hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah. Thanks again for checking out another episode of 101 Academy. Getting better starts here.